Hi, my name is Jamie Johnson. I'm a DUI attorney with offices in Woodbridge and Gainesville, Virginia. I'd like to share some information that my clients have recently been asking about, and I think it's good to get it out there to the rest of the Virginians who have been charged with DUIs as well. We recently kind of had a DUI facts versus myth conversation with one of my clients here the other day, and they looked at me and they said that BAC test it's wrong. It's just wrong. I blew a .10. There's no way 10% of my body was alcohol. It's just not possible. I didn't have that much to drink. I only had a couple drinks. That's a common misconception about what your BAC is. Your blood alcohol content is not what percentage of your blood is alcohol for your whole body. What it is it's actually, 0.08 grams per 210 milliliters. I know that sounds confusing. Another way to kind of think of it is it's 8 parts alcohol for 10,000 parts blood. So it's not, if you blow a .08, it's not, basically 10% of your blood that's alcohol. It's a very, very small percent that's alcohol, but it's enough to cause, to place you under the influence where you're not able to properly operate a vehicle with the necessary divided attention that you need to comprehend and analyze information of other cars around you, your speed, while you're also driving a vehicle, which is a several thousand-pound, wrecking machine when you have someone that is drunk behind the wheel. So that's a common misconception is, there's no, your BAC is actually, is grams per 210 milliliters. Another fact versus myth is for females, the BAC rises faster. Now, the reason for that is, and I know I'm going to get in trouble for this, and, look, I'm a fat guy. I know how it is, but women naturally have a higher water or fat percentage in their body than men do. There's less lean muscle tissue. It's just a genetic thing. Now, of course, that's different amongst people, but traditionally that's kind of, the body types that goes forward. Now, of course, you're going to have women that are in outstanding shape that are going to have more lean muscle than the men. And the reason why this is important is alcohol dissipates in water and fat molecules. And that's kind of how that affects. When there's less fat and water molecules, the alcohol doesn't dissipate as fast and the body's able to process it better. However, your body, whether you're male or female, it processes or it metabolizes alcohol at a constant 1 ounce per hour rate. So that's 1 ounce of alcohol, not 1 ounce drink. And that's another fact versus myth issue is there's a difference between drinks versus ounces of alcohol. You can have a 12-ounce beer, and that's going to have less alcohol in it than if you have a 3 fingers of Jack Daniels. If you get some Jack on the Rocks, that's going to have more alcohol in it than your typical Miller Lite or Bud Light. So you need to be aware of it's ounces of alcohol, not ounces of your cup. And that goes into when you're thinking about how much of you had to drink prior to driving. You need to actually think about what you were drinking, not, hey, I've had 3 drinks. Well, if you've had 3 12-ounce Miller Lights, you've been there for a couple hours, you've had some food, you should be all right. If you've had 3 Long Island iced teas, sit your butt down and get an Uber. I mean, you got to be smart about how you're thinking about this. Now, another common misconception is, I haven't had anything to eat. Where food affects alcohol is not an actual metabolism in the alcohol. It doesn't speed it up. What it does is the food absorbs some of the alcohol in the stomach, which slows how fast alcohol hits the bloodstream. And that's where food can assist you. It doesn't metabolize the alcohol any faster. It just kind of slows how quickly it hits you. That's all. So food can help prevent the alcohol from hitting you faster and right away. But it's not going to help you burn alcohol any faster. It doesn't increase the metabolism. There's also body composition, as we kind of talked about a little bit earlier. Bigger guys tend to be able to handle alcohol a little bit better than little guys in terms of how it affects them, how quickly. Now, of course, there's a misconception between alcohol metabolism and alcohol tolerance. Alcoholics have a high tolerance, which means they're able to function better when they're drunk. Doesn't mean that they burn alcohol faster than most people. Tolerance goes to functionality, how they're able to perform, and carry themselves. It doesn't mean that their BAC is any lower. I'm sure that everyone's kind of had interaction with someone who's got that high tolerance and they're constantly drinking, might even have an issue with alcohol. They're still, their BAC is over limit, and that's why sometimes they can get pulled over at 2 p.m. and they're drunk, even though they've been going to work and they just had a couple at lunch. Well, they also had a little bit at work as well. So tolerance is different from metabolism. That's one of those final facts or myths. If you'd like to learn a few more of these facts or myths, feel free to go to our YouTube channel. We got several videos on it. And you can go to our website at jlfva.com. We're happy to share the information we have with you. We have a consumer guide there for how to select a DUI attorney. So if you've been charged with a DUI, this consumer guide can just lay out some questions that can help you discern, which attorney might be best for you. Because if you're speaking to 2 or 3 different attorneys, how do you know the difference between them? I mean, if you've never been through this process before, you're not going to know how. This kind of lays out some questions that you can ask them to make sure they know what they're doing. Also, we have the book, the DUI Defense Blueprint. It's just got some strategies in there on how to defend your case. Feel free to request copies of either or both. We're happy to send them to you for free. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, good luck.